Hey everyone, welcome to Soul Embers. I hope you all had an awesome New Year's Eve and you're feeling really positive and hopeful about 2023, because I feel there's going to be a massive shift in the way we do things in this year. I feel we'll be investing our energy and experience in areas and with people which really bring the value to our lives. I feel we'll be taking responsibility for what we can control and finally letting go of all that enabling behavior that, really holds us back. I also feel that part of that will be letting go of the resistance, or becoming more mindful of the resistance that we feel and releasing that, surrendering that, so things can unfold a little bit more organically. All in all, 2023 is a year that brings more balance and inner harmony. So my question to you is, what do you need to leave in the year that's gone so you can receive and embrace the blessings in this year? Some of you may know what it is that you need to let go of. Others of you may not. Either way, that's what today's reading is all about, and hopefully it will offer some, direction, clarity, or maybe it will just confirm an approach you've already set in motion, which essentially adds more fuel to your confidence, right? So at the end of each year, I take some time to decompress and reflect, and I usually go away for this because if I stay home, I end up working. And this year I chose the most amazing and sacred location to take this journey. And I really wanted to share some of my experience, but most importantly, the outcome, because I just hope that perhaps it'll resonate with some of you, or some of you can relate, and it will give you some clarity or some hope about what the year ahead brings. So if you'd like to go ahead and skip straight to the reading, I would do that right about now though, okay? So as mentioned, I took about a week off and I chose to visit a warm, a laid back and spiritual destination, which is pretty standard for me and right up my alley. And as I started to drop into the moment, all the to-do lists were set aside and I started to reflect on the year that's been, I was simply overcome by exhaustion. Like, it weakened me at the knees, and it made me realize that I, like so many others, had a really tough year. And so as I usually do, I honored the exhaustion. I let it work its way through me. I listened to it, and this is what exhaustion had to say. Despite the challenges I faced, I still persevered. I showed up every day for myself, for my clients, for my daughter, for my family, for my friends. I learned a few hard lessons and I lost quite a few people along the way this year as well. So once I was reminded of all this, I wanted to understand the reason behind this feeling of exhaustion and the purpose exhaustion needed to serve. And this is what I found. The reason I felt exhausted is because I care about my standards and respect the standards of others, that I'm outgrowing and growing all the time. It's a reminder that I'm human, I'm alive, expanding every day. And these feelings are a vital part of achievement and acknowledgement. So as we enter the new year, my wish for you is to lean into what you perceive to be challenging emotions, connect with them, let them share their story with you. Remember that they are vital to your existence and growth. Thank them for fighting your battles. And then once done, remember to release them, once you understand their purpose, so you can take a breather. And trust in your tribe to support and inspire you to rise above them when you feel overwhelmed by them. Just as your support, my YouTube family, my tribe, inspire me to persist despite the challenges and not in spite of them. And so with all that said, I want to take a moment to properly thank you so very much for being a piece of my journey. Connecting with you guys inspires me to walk my talk, to further expand and educate myself, to question my methods and my motives. You inspire me to be the best version of myself because I want to continue to be of service to you. This is my purpose as I'm guided to. And that, my friends, is what great relationships are made of. So here is to a fabulous 2023 for all of us. Okay, Libra, let's have a look and see what blessings are in store for you this year, and what is it that you need to, what behaviors do you need to work on to release, to heal, that may potentially be sabotaging your blessings, right? Or blocking them from coming through. So guys, I will pick a couple of cards for this. It is a general reading and I'm just mindful of that. Hopefully one of the two messages will resonate for you, if not both of them. But let's have a look and see, what does Libra need to know about 2023? Who am I connecting with? What message do we have for the beautiful Libras that I'm connecting with today? How can Libra open up to receive their blessings? One more card. Perfect. Okay. So, surrender to prayer. I love this card. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will always be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. Libra, okay, very strong message for you. I feel that maybe those that I'm connecting with often seek not necessarily advice. Perhaps you are the type that likes to discuss things as you process them with those that you trust and care about. You'd like to turn to others to see what their opinion is, to see what they would do. Ultimately, you do make the decision that sits best with you, right? However, what I'm getting here is that sometimes, even though you make the decision that best suits you, that process of reaching out and asking people for their opinion and making them part of that solution, or taking those solutions on board, can erode a little bit at your confidence and your self-worth. So the more you seek or second guess what you originally feel is in your best interest, the further away you go from belonging to yourself. And 2023 is a year where Spirit is asking you to really surrender yourself to Spirit, to prayer. And essentially what I'm getting from that is taking the time to really think about what and feel your way through what feels right, what would be in your best interest. Trust that you will be accepted by those around you. And, perhaps there's a worry that you are being judged. What will people think if you make a decision that they wouldn't, right? And so maybe that's why you feel that you need to discuss it with them so they know where you're coming from. Or maybe you feel that you need to explain yourself. So 2023 is about trusting that whatever decision you make is going to come, it is acceptable, trusting in yourself, right? That you don't need to explain yourself also. So let's have a look and see what the next message is. And guys, you know what? I'm going to tie it together. However, you might find that one card over the other message resonates more. Take it as it resonates for you, I guess. So surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. Now, what I see here is you may either be in the group of people that need to explain yourself, need to show up for every argument, need people to know where you're coming from. Perhaps for you, verbalizing what sits right with you and doesn't sit right with you is an important part of you balancing things out and moving forward. This is a time, 2023 is a time where you are being called on to really assess which arguments you're going to show up in. Think about how you invest, and whom you invest, and how much you invest your energy in certain situations, because you don't need to show up to every argument. And when we do that, it only creates, it puts us in that vibration and we attract more and more of it. So if I was to tie these two messages together though, perhaps you're in the group of people where this is the symptom of a more deeper, complex issue at hand at the moment, where you second guess yourself. And as a result, you feel that you need to express how you're feeling, and it comes across defensively, it comes across as argumentative, and you don't get the outcome that you're wanting. It doesn't really bridge the gap. It just pretty much lets people know where you stand, but it doesn't necessarily allow you to make the emotional connections or really have impactful conversations where you feel you're understood. So 2023 is a year for you to have, you have the, from what I'm getting, you have the opportunity to have impactful conversations, to be accepted and acknowledged, to not be questioned, right? And yeah, okay, I'm going to stop there. Otherwise, I'm going to start circling. All right, let's pull out a card now. Let's get some guidance from Spirit. This deck here, guys, it's called Divine Guidance. And the images on these cards, it's called fractal art, right? For those of you interested, look up fractal art. It's really, really interesting. The way these are created really affect our energy, the colors. Look it up. It's really interesting. All right, let's have a look and see. Oh, okay. Oopsie. Let's try it. What's going on here? All right. So, what message does Spirit have for you when it comes to this situation? What divine guidance do you have for the Libras that I'm connecting with today when it comes to surrendering what they need to surrender so that they can receive their blessings in 2023? What does Libra need to know? Number 3, eternity. First word that came to mind. Okay. What you are receiving, the message I'm getting for you, Libra, is what you are receiving from others as far as intimacy, love, closeness, emotional connections, the way people are talking to you. Look at what is coming, what you're receiving from those around you. And that is a direct mirror of how you're treating yourself. I feel that some compassion, some love and attention needs to be directed inward, right? And if I was to sit here and unpack this, I could be here for half an hour. But essentially, it is those around you are mirroring the way you feel and treat yourself. So some reflection on that, understanding, compassion, spending time with yourself so that you can really start to embrace who you are compassionately, and putting things in place to treat yourself kinder is going to go a really long way. Now, the number 3 may mean something. It might be a significant number for you or mean something special. But if not, I do suggest that you look it up, what the spiritual meaning of number 3 is, because you might find that there is a message within the meaning of that card that really hits home for you, that you can take from, that will help you that will help you when you feel conflicted when surrendering to prayer or surrendering defensiveness, right? But I'm going to read the definition from the book for you before we close this off. And guys, I feel that 2023 is going to be a time for healing. And it starts with you. Healing the way you view yourself and the way you treat yourself. Okay. Infinite love. What was the word I came up with the minute I drew it out? Eternity. Infinite eternity. Forever. Like it's never ending. That's what I'm getting. Okay, let me just read it. This card represents the infinite love that not only resides within you, but is you. The entire universe is the vibration of love energy. Spirit sees your beautiful heart and is calling you to allow this loving energy to flow fully into you and from you. It will heal your hurts and negative past experiences, helping you connect with the true immortal being of light that you are. It is your light and your love that this world needs most. It's time to let the love flow. Libra, I love this. And you know what? It ties the message in beautifully. So I'll hold this up. Feel free, if this does resonate with you, take a screenshot and, meditate on the energy, meditate on the image, meditate on the images, the colors, and the message that it comes with. See what feelings and thoughts arise within you as you do that. Do you feel any resistance or discomfort? Take note of those feelings. See where those thoughts and emotions take you, because it may pop you in the right direction, right? But what I'm getting from the message here is that, you do have a lot of love to give. It is like you constantly are producing this love. Where is it being directed though, Libra? That is the question, because that's where I feel the problem lies right now. Are you directing it in a way that it is nourishing you first so that it can fuel you, and then you're able to allow, give love freely, so then you create space so that you can receive it. It's that infinity thing, right? Eternity thing I was talking about. Perhaps you are closed off to love. Perhaps you are withholding love because of the fear of being hurt that comes up in these ways of being defensive, of, questioning yourself, let's say. However, opening up to giving to the things that without expectation. So like I said, directing it to the experiences, to the people, without limits, letting them know, speaking the words to those that you can unconditionally show love to, is going to open you up to receiving. It's going to put you in that vibration. It's going to allow you to become more compassionate, to surrender to prayer, so the answers will come, so the healing can occur, so defensiveness and those barriers we have in place can slowly start to come down. All right, guys, I hope you found that helpful. Have a fantastic start to 2023, and I will see you for your next lot of readings. Bye.